Her pulse was faint. They rushed her to the hospital while I followed close behind, gripping the steering wheel so tight my knuckles went white. At the hospital, I sat in the hallway outside her room, shaking with anger. My parents' phones were still off. My sister's too. Finally, after what felt like forever, I got a text from my sister. We dropped her off where she wanted to go. She said she wanted peace. That one sentence made my blood run cold. Peace, in the middle of the desert. It wasn't peace, they had abandoned her to die. When the police questioned them later, their story changed 3 times. First, they said she had insisted on taking a walk. Then, that she became aggressive and refused to come home. Finally, they claimed they panicked and left her there, just for a few minutes. But their phone's GPS records and the tracker data told the truth. They had driven 50 miles into the desert, stayed less than 5 minutes, and turned back. I couldn't look at them again after that. Grandma spent 3 weeks in the hospital recovering from dehydration, burns, and shock. Every time she woke up, she asked the same thing: why did they leave me? I didn't have the heart to tell her that her own children saw her as a burden. I moved her into my house once she was discharged. She was frail, but her spirit slowly returned. She'd sit by the window, humming softly, sometimes staring out at the sunset with tears in her eyes. She never mentioned my parents again. And neither did I, but I did make one quiet promise, to make sure they never got away with it. I went to the authorities, submitted every screenshot, every timestamp, every message. The detective said it was one of the most disturbing cases of elder neglect he'd seen. My parents and sister were charged with attempted manslaughter and abandonment of a dependent adult. The day they were arrested, Grandma was sitting beside me, holding my hand. She didn't cry. She just said, "Now I can rest easy." After the day I found Grandma in the desert, everything inside me changed. I used to believe family was sacred, that forgiveness was automatic when it came to blood. But when I saw my grandmother, skin blistered, eyes sunken, lips cracked, fighting for breath under a scorching 110-degree sky, I realized some people don't deserve the word family. Saving her that day wasn't just about keeping her alive. It was about reclaiming the dignity they tried to bury with their cruelty. She stayed in my home after leaving the hospital. I cleared out my office and turned it into a warm little room for her, soft blankets, a rocking chair by the window, and her favorite pictures on the wall. I cooked her soups, read to her when she couldn't sleep, and watched her eyes light up when she saw the sunrise. Every small thing I did reminded me how close I'd come to losing her. Every quiet breath she took reminded me how far she'd come back. But I couldn't rest. The people who abandoned her still walked free,